Okay, so chat wants to see the 7-year LRs and how they hold up against Red Zone Cell. Now, the interesting thing, of course, is going to be they obviously get guard on turn 1. If they eat a super attack, though, on turn 1, I imagine we probably still die, right? Because even if they get their triple super turn and get some extra defense, we are still going to take a lot of damage from that super attack, right? So, okay, well, we kind of get a free turn to stack on turn 1 here. So I mean, I will take it. Just turn the skip thing on so we don't have to watch everybody else's animations. I mean, whilst I am tempted to see how much damage they take in the first slot here, I feel like if you get gifted a free chance to stack like this, you kind of have to take it, right? So let's do this. We get enough key for them to get the guaranteed extra super. And then we got Gogeta in slot 3 to dodge this last attack, hopefully. So obviously we're kind of relying on God Goku to dodge here in slot 1, but 10 million attack stat straight off rip for him is pretty good. Now just dodge. Good. Alright, there you go. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Alright, so 7.7 million is the attack stat. They do have their anniversary event skill orbs on, I believe. That would have probably been something good to check before I did this. I don't know what the friend one has as well, actually, because the friend is just a rainbow god's friend. So, and then hopefully Gogeta gets the dodge. Gogeta gets a guaranteed additional as well, so he gets that little bit of extra attack stacking. And then we just get the 70% dodge, so hopefully he's going to dodge this hit in the final slot. Oh, hey, yeah, we get the triple super. Let's go. Because, yeah, Gogeta best build full additional, right? Because he can get the guaranteed crits once he goes blue. And, of course, he didn't dodge. 142k. That is a huge yikes. All right, so do this. Get our 6 orbs for you. Do this. And then just grab this, I guess. And God Goku coming in clutch. That's what we want to see. Alright, so we'll see how well they tank this hit. Hopefully it isn't a super, right? Because again, like I say, even with the guard on their first turn, I don't think they're going to be eating a super particularly well. But yeah, I mean, look at physical God Goku go. Physical God Goku is just such a great unit. Alright, now dodge this though, right? Bruh, come on. I just sing your praises and he's like, yeah, I'll just take 360k. How much health do I have? 100. This will be interesting. I think Bardock might actually get killed as well, you know, if the gods live. 74k, that's not bad. But yeah, I think unfortunately, as Bardock gets like the triple super, I think Bardock might get killed. He's going to get a guaranteed double because we have the Power Beyond Super Saiyan ally. But Cell just hits so hard after his super attack that it's a little bit ridiculous. Oh, 56, okay. Whoa. Alright, so this is where it gets a little bit spicy because we don't have our guard anymore. So let's do this. I mean, we have no choice but to use an item here, right? Because it's going to be looking pretty dire if we don't. Get the full 24 key. They're at 300k defense. I'm pretty sure we're just going to get rocked now. I feel like on this turn I actually literally am going to have to double Whis. I mean, we got to see their gods tank and attack on the first turn with their guard active with no item, which I think wasn't too bad. But the problem is, with the way the attacks are laid out on this turn, it seems very likely that the gods are about to eat a super. So, I mean, even with like a double Whis, we could still be in trouble. We got the full 24 key, so they are going to get their supers. They're going to do some decent damage here. But, I mean, that's just the problem with this event, right? Like, Cell can hit certain units so incredibly hard that you're just going to be having a bad time if certain units take a super attack. This is yet another event. I mean, there are many in the game, but this is yet another event where having a scouter is going to be incredibly important. So, but I mean, it also goes to show kind of what we already know with events like this, where using items obviously makes them considerably easier. But so, how much is this going to do with the double Whis? Yeah, it does double digits. Okay, good. And then yeah, Tech Vegito will just kill him, which means we don't even get to see the gods transform. But yeah, the problem with the gods is they do build up quite slowly. So that one turn of guard that they get is obviously really beneficial for them. But then turn 3 is the one where it's going to look a little bit sketchy. So, but yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, it kind of comes down to if we hadn't used the Whis on that turn, we got supered in the end. So if we hadn't used the double Whis, we would have died. We got some very unfortunate RNG with the dodges earlier on, because like God Goku not dodging that super attack straight away. Physical God Goku didn't dodge that super. God Goku didn't dodge those couple of normal attacks on turn 1. All of that put us like massively behind with our overall HP. But I mean, we beat it in 3 turns, right? We didn't even get to see either of the gods transform, so I mean, the team definitely can cut it with items, but yeah, I don't know, when it comes to like no item stuff, their first turn where they have the guard is fine, I guess, but like after that it's just going to be a little bit difficult. So time for the turn of the Super Saiyan 4s. So let's see how they can get on here. I mean, same boat, obviously, right? We don't want to be taking a turn 1 super attack. So let's do this. As long as Piccolo's not eating a super immediately, he should be okay as well. Terrible key for Gogeta on the first turn. Fortunately, he just needs to be attacking in slot 1. Yeah, look at that. Straight away super. How much do we take from this? 318k, jeez. See, like, people, it still makes me laugh when I see people, like, even on the first day, being like, oh, no, Cell's easy. And then, like, Piccolo is still one of the units that people consider to be the best unit in the game, and he's taking 300k from a super in slot 1. Like, Cell is not easy. Cell is not as hard, maybe, as we first thought, because there are a bunch of strategies to get around, you know, because he's a one-phase boss that is one typing, right? But, like, to say that he's not hard, especially people saying that, like, you know, he's not hard at all and is actually easy, I think is kind of crazy. I think it's more so the fact that people are, you have to think outside the box a little bit and change up your team strategies, because anyone who wants to just come into the event with a team that will steamroll other events, just like, you know, bringing the 8-year LRs and all of that, they don't necessarily, like, some of those teams don't necessarily work for this just because of the kind of damage that you take in slot 1 and stuff like that. So you just have to think a little bit more carefully about how you're going to build your teams. But I do like the fact that a bunch of older, like, int units are kind of getting a bit of a resurgence thanks to this event. Same thing happened when the Cell Max event came out, right? Right, so I need to get them floated off. I think what we'll do here, because I don't want the same thing to happen as the gods, where we end up losing most of our health. So I'm gonna use an item now, and then we'll do this. Get a key for you, and then do this so we get Piccolo floated off onto the other rotation. Because he's not attacking in slot 1. Int Gogeta, I've seen people use Int Gogeta on teams to clear this stage with, but I can't imagine he's doing insanely well. I mean, obviously, getting the clutch super counter is what you want, right? Which, of course, he's not getting supered. He supers in slot 1 so much, then it's like, oh, I'll put the unit that can counter supers in slot 1. And then he doesn't super in slot 1. That's right, we got the Icarus support memory up, and we have the Whis, so I think we would live a super here. I'm not actually sure. Because, I mean, they have guard, right? Because it's these guys' first turn. But... I mean, we're going to find out. I can't believe he supered in slot 2 on this turn. Yeah, still 192. That is pretty crazy. Get cooked, LR Super Saiyan 4 as he shafted me. 10k stones of only 1 copy. Damn. Alright, that is brutal. Oh, this could be kind of interesting. I know I just floated off Piccolo, but... floated off the other Piccolo, but we could do this. I went to swipe up then. Alright, so let's do that. Get the full 24 key for you, and then chances are either they die... We still have the Whis active though, so they might not. But then Vegeta probably dies. We get the revive with full HP. And then on the next turn, we can actually transform the Super Saiyan 4s. And, because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the gods when they are transformed would be good against Cell. The problem is you have to get to turn 4. Because remember, they get loads of defense on their super attacks. So as long as you're getting key for them... Like, even when Cell Max first came out, right, and was obliterating people left and right, once you transformed the 7 years and they actually got their super attacks off, they were tanking his attacks for double-digit damage. Now, obviously, again, when it comes to supers, like, Gogeta would need to counter or the gods would need to dodge. But they get so much defense from their super attacks that they should be able to tank his normals well. And then, yeah, hopefully either counter or dodge the super attack. So... But yeah, at least we will get to see Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, because we did not get to see the blues, because the event ended too quickly. But... Although, yeah, because these guys haven't had any build-up, right? So the Spirit Bomb shouldn't do too much damage. Yeah, good. Well, I say that, we still did 15 million crit, but... Oh, look at this. Perfect. Gogeta can go in slot 1 and dodge. Although, if Gogeta goes in slot 1, he probably kills. So that's kind of tricky. Because I didn't want to use an item. Because I didn't want to influence like how much the Super Saiyan 4s are going to take. But the Super Saiyan 4s aren't a slot 1 unit. So, if I don't put STR Gogeta in slot 1, then we probably die. I mean, I guess I could put Gogeta in slot 1 and get, like, no orbs. But he gets so much extra key when he attacks that he's going to be doing the 12 key super anyway. Although, I mean, I guess we can just do this, but what is... Yeah, so they only have 268k defense. Ink Gogeta only has 200k, so we really can't put them in slot 1. If I put Gogeta in slot 1 and do this... He gets, is it like 7 key? Oh, that's the wrong Gogeta. And that's 5 key. So he still would get the super, because he only needs 6 key to super. Well, I guess we'll... I think it's almost guaranteed that if I put Gogeta in slot 1, he kills. And if we put anyone else in slot 1, they die. So let's just get the Big Bang Kamehameha in here then. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if you use the 7 years in here, with no items active, you know, they'll take some damage from normals. They'll take a lot of damage from the super attack. But since most people don't care about doing no items anyway, as long as you keep them in a good spot, keep them protected with the items if you need to, like, they can still be really good. In fact, you know what, let's just throw up rather than let Gogeta get the kill. We've kind of seen everything we need to see from them, right? So let's do this, because if he supers immediately in slot 1, we could get the counter and win, which would be kind of funny, but we'll see what happens. Alright, there's a dodge, I'll take that. Yeah, see, with the item, he tanks in slot 1, so... Plus, his super attack animations are so good. I love the LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And yeah, there's the additional as well. I know he action breaks. Was there 2 attacks after him? I kind of don't want him to kill, just to see if we can still get that super attack counter. But he did, so there you go. But there you go. So that was the Gods and the Super Saiyan 4s versus the Red Zone Cell. I mean, unsurprising, you know, they're over a year old now. They are more suited to longer events, right? Because in longer events, you can kind of get away with extra turns sometimes. Like against Sin, for example, if you're using the Gods, when you get to the AGL phase, you can kind of get away with not transforming them and getting some extra stacks. So in some of the longer events, they obviously will perform a little bit better because you can get more stacks in. Whereas Cell, one of the reasons why this event is so difficult is because he's kind of like Super Battle Road, where it's a short event that is as difficult as it's going to get right from the start. So units that need to build up, and especially units that can build up a little bit slow, are obviously not super ideal for this stage. But, I mean, they definitely weren't terrible, but again, you kind of need to use items, I suppose, if you are going to use them, or just hope that the RNG goes your way with the enemy attack placement. Because at least the first turn where they have guard is fine, but because they transform on turn 4, if they're on turn 1, that means you have to have that extra turn of them where they don't have guard, and that's where it's very dangerous. But you know, they can do okay as long as you keep them protected. So that's yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.